These wool handlers, look, yep, they're just about ready to go. They've got about 30 seconds left to get those baskets where they want them, and then we'll get you underway. And this, of course, is Heat 3 of the quarterfinals, John, and we're starting to get through them now. And I think, you know, you can feel a little bit of tension building. They've all had a look at the first two heats, this one and one after this, and we'll be able to find out who the semi-finalists are in one more step.
Well, the big aim of the game, of course, Phil, is the $1,600 there at the end of it. That's the big carrot at the end of the day. So let's get them underway. Okay, timekeeper's right. Judges, competitors, hold it, hold down. Referee. The referee to stand table 4, please. Okay? Okay.
That's a box.
Okay, righto. Timekeeper's good. Judges, competitors, go.
Well, they're underway with the shearers coming back on the board to provide these fleeces. Magnificent fleeces once again. Quite a bit of work, these sheep from Cross Keys, John. But then, boy, look at the conditions they've had to deal with, those farmers and indeed the carriers, the truckies, bringing them in here, making sure they've kept them dry and so forth. They've done a fantastic job, haven't they?
Oh, certainly. I just looking at the crutch wool that's coming off now. These sheep would probably been a crutch sort of a month ago or more, and they've all stayed nice and clean, and they must have a grand drenching program up there where they're farmed, and they're absolutely untouched by machine for the last month or so. So a fine job these guys have done in presenting these sheep. Even to hold on to them full wool to this time of the year is a real challenge with all the vermin that are around these days, and they've done a marvellous job, Tuma, and we congratulate them once again. They've been doing this for a long time.
You should eat right, John. Great credit to this farmer. I was talking to him at the pre-share show, and he was saying that a little bit earlier on he was having a bit of problem with cast, and he was having to go around the sheep every day. And that's a lot of the reason why farmers have moved away from the full wool sheep, is because of sheep getting cast. They get waterlogged when it rains, and then they have to be sort of gone around and checked all the time, whereas a second share sheep, they don't have that problem, and they can just let them run. But first fleece about to hit the table. Here we go. Cherie Alabaster from Tai Happy squeezes that fleece. That's a go. Beautiful throw.
Nio Braddock steps up to the table. Oh, a wee bit tucked under there. Then we've got Tia Potai. What's it like down there for Joel on table 1? John, you're right next to it. You can feel the tension.
I would say that's the big tick there. Yeah, right through that one. Hardly get a whisker off it. I don't want to influence the judge, of course, but...
oh, no.
Very handy there for Tia Potai on table number 2 as well. The fleeces maybe just suited the first throw with a nervous throw, as we call it, as Joel gets back up now to take off the belly wool, 2 lines in the belly, the brisket into one lot and the main belly wool, and back up there goes Tia as crutch wool coming away for her. Nio's right there on the table number 3, down the far end. Cherie, by golly, she's back into the big game here, hopes to get another title to her name, a grand competitor from the middle of the island. So they'll need to get back to that table very smartly. Just around the back of the head come the shearer, and all the eye clips are gone now. Now it's back to the table. Quickly, get on with the job. It's Joel, round he comes. Very lightly skirts this fleece. It's well presented to him by the shearer. The sheep hasn't got up and kicked and struggled and wrecked it for him. So that's one of the big bonuses of having these competent shearers been able to handle these big woolly Romneys, and they're doing a fine job here for us. They had to get out of bed real early this morning, didn't they, Tuma?
Yes, they sure did. Thank you very much, guys. Just looking down there on table number 4, Nio Braddock, she had probably the biggest fleece then, and there's a little thistle head just down here. Here we go. Cherie turns and throws. Bit looser fleece, handles it well. Great throw down there by Tia Potai.
Oh, ripper in the middle here, I think, Tuma. Ripper on table 3, isn't it? Oh, a wee bit over one side.
Yeah, a wee bit over one side, Phil. Maybe 1 point. Not a lot. But just looking at that young Nio, she's probably had the biggest fleeces so far, and she's handled them very, very well. She's an experienced competitor, been doing the shows probably the last 25 years. So she's very experienced, and she handled it very well, John.
Well, as we said, there's no weak links up here in this competition as the wool handlers are back up for the crutch wool. The tables are all about the same level at the moment, sort of half skirted. Joel has yet to do the near side to me, but he's got the crutch wool in the first lot of top knot coming off. The eye clip is there for him now, and he gets that just as it comes away. Shearers are pretty close together. That's good. Keep stoking along. Brisket wool taken off by Joel. Not much there. A big line of belly wool there, so that's a little bit more value that Joel's added to that belly wool. He didn't quite take as much brisket. It was very clean, or maybe the sheep had worn it off. So that's good. Here he goes now. Just a bit of a hand roll over there, checking the far side of the fleece. Here he comes. Nice tight roll. Maybe last to get it off. No, he's not. Into the back he goes. Cherie Alabaster got hers rolled up as well. A bit of a shake of the table. I think they do that just to scare the opposition, Phil.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? Anything tactical when you get up to this level. We watch for the throws. Here we go. Joel Hanari, Tia Potai. Now we've got tables 3 and 4 on that's Nio and Cherie. And by Joe's, well, maybe Cherie got a wee bit over one side, touched down the corner, but I don't know, Tuma. These throws aren't too bad. And these fleeces are good, but some of them are a bit loose, and that's you have to have the ability to control them, don't you?
Yes, that's right, Phil. Some of these fleeces are a little wee bit loose. You get the big fleece amongst them. I think some of these wool handlers, these shearers are probably shearing these sheep in about 1:20, so putting a lot of pressure on these wool handlers. Usually the first throw is the best, like their best throw, first and second throws. Third one, usually a little bit wobbly, and the fourth one, they're thinking about their cleanup, and they sort of relax a little bit, and the fourth throw is usually pretty good. Here we go, wool handlers working away down here. Cherie gives that belly a shake, brisket into the brisket basket, sweeping around behind her shearer, keeping the work area nice and tidy. And tidiness is a good thing because it stops any contamination with the good fleece wool that's coming off. And that's what these judges up here in the blue coats are looking for. They're looking for contamination. It's a pretty big word. Some of them wouldn't be able to spell it, but they know what it is, John.
They just got to, every fleece is different. They just need to take it as it comes off. Joel has made a fairly good improvement to this one. Into the belly, into the bag it goes. They're all ready for the receive that next fleece. Look at them. Table's clean. Out it comes. Reaching for the hind legs now. That's the hind legs of the fleece. They hang on to those.
Oh, ripper.
Lay the head out there. All pretty sharp down on table 4. Got a bit of a matty one there on table number 2. How's Nio going to go?
Well,
it's on the table, but that's about it.
They're putting pressure on each other now, John. You can feel that, that bit of excitement coming through from them.
Shearers are out of the road, though. There's all the world's their own up there.
Absolutely. Well, they're into it now. That time clock's ticking away. Come on, if you know these people, I'm sure they've got some friends out here in the audience, John, don't you think? Even though it's early in the morning, they'd have dragged someone out of bed.
Well, somebody had to come along and carry the coffee for them for sure. Here we go. Joel's on the broom. First one to do so. Next up is Tia. Down the far end, Cherie's got hold of it as the big stick as well. Joel looks like he's got things pretty much under control here. I think the rest of you girls need to sharpen your housework up as he's down onto the floor. Picks up his basket. Going through his oddment pile of floor sweepings. Which goes where, what? There. Hand up for Joel. I think he would incur well under the time points. As Nio comes with the broom. A little bit of work to do for her. Cherie's down on the knees, likewise as Tia. But to tell you what, it's top. The judges are going to have a big job here to keep this, well, even to find the next level, Tuma.
Oh, Tia Potai, she had raised her hand. She's got her job finished. Cherie Alabaster, she's finished. And now Nio Braddock. Give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Then we get up the next heat. Oh, we're getting close now. Heat 4, the last